Love to see it. We love to see it. Little hiccup right at the beginning of the game. Very, very, very unfortunate. I hope the YouTube is fine as well. I'm not entirely sure if YouTube is back. I have a disc too. We are connected. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, we of course are not missing a second of the game. YouTube seems to be live as well. Gonna open that up real quick to see if there's no shenanigans going on. Spread the word, everybody. We're so back. We are so back. Okay. Yeah, very unfortunate timing just when the game started, but better at game start than in the middle of the game, right? So let me reconnect to War 3 Champions real quick. Gather the troops. And thankfully, our gamers had a reconnect too. They had to restart as well. So we didn't even miss a thing. Okay, okay. So back, man. Let's go. Okay, all that wonderful introduction for nothing. We just pretend like nothing ever happened. This is Super League Day 21, and this is the first series. It's once again a best of 5. It is 2 Koreans facing each other, 2 people who know each other for a long time. Jay Salarak, thank you for the 10 gifties. That is fantastic, man. Gifts up 870. That is mental. Now, both are coming from losses. LawLiet has lost to Starbuck yesterday. The day before, he defeated Fortitude. So where does he stand in the Human vs. Night Elf matchup? That's the question. For Sock, he's also coming from a loss against Focus. This was supposed to be the breakout moment for Focus. That, unfortunately, didn't really unveil. This is their first encounter on this patch. They are fighting against the losing streak. And the question is, Mountain King or Archmage? LawLiet was incredibly strong versus Fortitude's Mountain King. He was not that prepared for Starbuck's Archmage. And I wonder if Sock is taking inspiration from that. Andra Weezy, thank you for the 18 month. And Jay Celerex, you god of a person. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have arrived in the game. The race for points is on, both in the midfield. They will start a bit later into the Ascension phase playoffs, but of course every rank that you earn during the regular season means you have a higher finish already. Expand 7 month, awesome. That is the proper start to the weekend. It's Friday, we got 3 days of awesome Warcraft ahead of us. Later tonight, Happy versus Kaho, also Fortitude versus Fly. Smoking now, thank you for the 70 month. Okay, okay. And we have confirmation, everybody. This is Concealed Hill. And we got an Archmage. Sock is indeed playing like Starbuck was yesterday. It was a surprise to everybody that Starbuck is not following into the Mountain King footman, or at least played a mix of both styles. And maybe that's the game plan for Sock as well. Sock has invested so much time into this matchup. I mentioned this before, 105 show matches, show maps, basically, versus live. So he should know the ins and outs. They should have covered all variances of this matchup. LawLiet, keeping a low profile, show match-wise. So we'll see where this goes, and we'll also see what adjustments LawLiet is taking. We've seen Kaho, for example, in this matchup and across the board with Immolation level 2. That is a little bit of a change, as we've seen mostly Immolation level 1, and we don't even see a mana burn just yet. So, Claws, Evasion, Immolation, lots of damage. He just, quote-unquote, has to be at the right spot at the right time. And that is usually the expansion on the upper left-hand side, as it is a tricky camp to play. Another thing that we notice is that Wisp detonates seem to be a thing of the past. In the previous patch, Night Elf got a lot of lumber. Everybody knows this. On this patch, the lumber gathering rate has been reduced a bit, and that makes it so in the early game, Night Elves are not detonating as many wisps anymore. They're not as loose as they were before. And so the Water Elemental can continue to tank damage and it's not giving XP onto the Water Elemental. That means a very clean creep for Sok. No losses, not much poison, most of the damage onto Water Elemental. And this is a fantastic item, man. Sok, so far, faster in all regards. Ooh, footy down. So we're not attacking during the creeping, but during the production phase. Demon Hunter down to 50% already. Archmage for Starbuck yesterday has been roaming a lot. And for that, the Ring of Regeneration is fantastic. It's probably the best you can get. The building position for this town hall is great, so you can always put the workers into this little sanctuary. Archer saved into the Shadow Melt. Second Footman kill might result in the third one here. Excellent Archer control by LawLiet. Demon Hunter, though, needs a TP, was waiting for the last fireball, trying to do some damage to the tower. Oh my, if that thing falls. Floodgates are open for yet another attack. Spectacular opening for both of the players. LawLiet, good damage, good tech. On the other side, Sok, good level, good inventory. And we got that expo up. LawLiet has, of course, different openings as well. We have seen more... he can decide between Demon Hunter, Warden, and even Keeper on certain maps. And then when he's up against the Mountain King, wouldn't be too surprised to see the Huntress again that were incredibly successful. Immolation 2 it is. Demon Hunter back. There is an Arcane Tower now, but Night Elves don't really care. They blast through the gasoline like it doesn't cost anything. Probably not great for the environment, but, you know, with the deforestation that Night Elves are doing constantly, they probably don't care. But I really like the defensive play by Sok here. Footman seems safe. One goes down, but that cost all the mana with an already hurt Demon Hunter. Can't get the second kill here, so that is totally acceptable losses for Sok, I'd say. Teching at the 6-minute mark is always kind of what you want, at the very least. I mean, if you have an ideal game, you can queue that even faster. Naga and Archers weren't part of the offense. And I think that's the reaction to Starbuck's Harass play yesterday, which Sok also wants to follow in the footsteps of, because this is tier 2, this is the time for lores, this is the time to strike when you're an Archmage with Water Elementals. And so cancelling the lore and delaying the Dryads is the goal. But with the Naga at home, with Archers at home, there's not much to do. Demon Hunter now has no mana no more, also has no staff. That might be a problem. But since there's no block and no farm block or anything, it is totally fine. The fragile state of the Night Elf base is over. The buildings are up. Oh, almost fumbles with the Wisp juggling. But yeah, that is a way better defense than against Starbuck yesterday, I feel. The herd wisps into the mine, the herd wisps into buildings, and Demon Hunter is just waiting for the Footman to come out. And that is because... Oh, surround! Wasn't he looking? Or can he just fight out? Archmage is here. The surround is still closed. Immolation, the last bit of mana, but the Water Elemental at the perfect time. What a sweet, sweet, sweet fight for Sok. He is closing that surround once again. Excellent execution by Sok, and executed was the Demon Hunter. And whenever that happens, you know what to do, ladies and gentlemen, especially since the creator of the emote is in the chat. B2W RIP. As that is another hero kill. And it feels like LawLiet is falling back into old habits of losing the heroes too frequently. That was the case against Starbuck yesterday as well. Level 5.5 Panda went down. Where are the B2W rips? I don't see enough of them. And of course, without the Demon Hunter. That is so much free space for Lola, for Sock now. Who's the creator? That would be Rain. This guy. Ooh, that requires some recovery. Lajuk, thank you for the raid. Much appreciated. Hope you had a good stream. Archmage can continue to roam now with the staff. We get a Mountain King out. Is that a little bit of a statement already? Usually you go Blood Mage to control the Demon Hunter, but it seems like Sock is of the opinion that the Demon Hunter is not much of a threat. I don't need to banish you. He didn't go Mana Burn, so Mountain King is free to do whatever he wants, basically. And Bash is establishing itself as a vital part of the meta. Naga close to level 3 and the first Orb of Venom is out. Master training is done too. LawLiet has no second base. On the other side, Sock still at 50. He has some lumber issues. He's filthy rich. But he didn't put boots on the ground, really. There might still be a chance for LawLiet. Sock is not getting supply blocked, but down to 68. Okay, this should be enough time for Sock. Lumber economy, not ideal. 1, 2, okay, there's a lot of lumber workers coming over. Now, fight in the open. Good rejuvenation saves that bear. Among these 66 supplies, still a couple of footmen here. Stormbolt. Breaker in to steal the rejuve. Not doing that right now. Oh, do we have a staff? We do. And the Demon Hunter. Oh, he has no staff still. This will take forever to get back into the fight. And with that, Sock, do you have enough damage? With Water Elementals, Fork Lightning hits hard, but the heal scroll negates all that damage. Oh, juicy, so much value. Naga is controlling the Mountain King quite nicely as reinforcements are trickling in, but there's also a potion to get the dwarf back up to snuff. And it seems like LawLiet doesn't have enough. Look at the 37 food. There is no chance for the Korean Night Elf in this fight. Level 4 now. Alright. It's hard to find a balance for the Night Elf players, right? Between pressuring expansions and playing offensive and playing defensive to keep the lures up. Oh, we get Mountain Giants and Potom now. A Concealed Hill Classic. So, Mountain Giants are extremely tanky, especially against Riflemen. And against Breakers, they don't really feel anything either, as against units without mana, Breakers basically do no damage. Mountain Giants' big problem is always how to heal them. But here on Concealed, we have Fountains. Potom third as another Orb carry. That might still be winnable. It's an extremely efficient strategy. You don't need that much gold for it. Once it's online. And that's the problem. Because Mountain Giants survive for very, very long, right? Ideally, you don't have to rebuild them. They don't melt like bears, which you constantly have to rebuy. So be mask for Naga. Okay. And some scouts. I wonder if Sock didn't see it, though. There's no indicator for Mountain Giants just yet, except the Potom, maybe. Double staff, double orb. So supply numbers are a bit misleading now that we got these high value items. Toby Mask for the Dwarf as well, as the Mountain King is not facing Mana Burn still. We got good scouts out. The Owl, of course, on LawLiet's side. And this Sacrificial Footman. Wall-off, not closed here. There is an entrance, and that's a nice way of LawLiet to do some economy damage. Forcing a town portal, buying time. Now the first Mountain Giant is out, but is 2 orbs enough, or do you need 3? Sock's army, 67 food is not perfect. But we have the staff this time, no additionals around. Same goes for the Potom. Sock is making sure that LawLiet doesn't have free access to the heal fountains, which I think is very nice. Archers are falling. Since there's no marksmanship or any attack upgrades, their value is kind of meaningless as well. It's about the Mountain Giants and it's about the heroes! These staffs, man, already paid dividends. Night Elf late game with mass orbs. It would be ridiculous if LawLiet still stands a chance here, but one mistake and the game can shift a little bit. You see the damage that these Mountain Giants are soaking up. It's incredible. LawLiet's still in the game. Maintains no upkeep. Feels like... Sock. Okay, I was about to say Sock has issues closing it out, but the reason for the low supply is that he was tacking the entire time. We get all the hard counters up. With frag shards that gives mortar teams additional damage versus medium. With inner fire. With knights who cut through Mountain Giants as if there's butter giants. Time of retraining. It's time for Mana Burn finally. Yeah, I think... Immolation doesn't do the job anymore. There are Spellbreakers who should prevent you from doing that alongside Mountain King.
A player's forces are under attack.
And the Blood Mage to take mana away from Demon Hunter Naga. And Banish, of course. Banish. Not unwinnable. LawLiet is banking a lot in no upkeep. And that's a 150 mana burn. Of course, the Blood Mage is here to transfer mana up again. And the Sobi Mask is helpful too. Scouts, again, everywhere, whether that's a Gyro or an Owl.
Players' forces are under attack.
How many Dryads we have? 2. So you need to dispel Water Elementals, Inner Fire, Slow. No, not Invisibility. But, and maybe Banish down the road. I don't think LawLiet has enough Dispel. He needs Wisps. How did Sock know that LawLiet is going Mountain Giants? It's a pretty classic LawLiet play, especially on this map. I'm fairly sure, since he saw this attack with only 50 food and not too much power, that this is the way to transition. These guys know each other for years, man. Practice partners. They know each other. So, here's the mana burns. Very, very powerful. I wonder, though, where is the damage outside of orbs? Mountain Giants, not great with damage. So far, we see Knights doing quite a bit. Of course, we wipe out Bears in an instant. Demon Hunter far, far, far away from level 6. That's not an option just yet. Bash is a problem. Oh my! Invo Potion, nicely playing around this here. Mountain Giants with the taunt ability still disrupting the fight in favor of LawLiet. And the supply is even now. Breakers should be falling. Maybe Reju can work then. At the moment, MVP, Mortar teams. Let's see for how long. We haven't gotten XP on the Demon Hunter in a long time. There we go. Double kill. Sok has to TP out, and LawLiet with a magnificent fight for what it was. Triple orb, triple mountain giant power. Onto the shop. LawLiet with some sick dodges, sick moves. And now off to the... what's it called? Fountain we are. Oh, that was a lovely fight for LawLiet. And free healing now. We're at the 19-minute mark. How much mining? 2 minutes. What are we investing into? Naga close to 5, by the way. I won't get tired of saying how much of a damage increase Fork Lightning 3 is. Especially versus casters, especially versus the few remaining rifles. We got Polymorph activated, by the way. Master Training for Sorks gives them more HP, more mana, and more regen in general. And access to Polymorph. Works on heroes. With that, works on Mountain Giants as well. Only for, like, 3 seconds, though. Ooh, this is everybody's game. Well fought back by LawLiet, we gotta say. After that Demon Hunter kill, it almost looked hopeless. Maybe a 70 food tier 2 push would have been the better choice, but then he was also supply blocked. But that's also easily fixable with human.
A player's forces are under attack.
Sok knows that this is his win condition. 5.5 minutes on mining. LawLiet can of course waddle the tree over, and Sok has good scouting and sees it. And then all of a sudden, this turns into a win condition. Always the downside of moving the tree over, that the Staffs of Preservation are not ending up here anymore in direct proximity to Moonwells. That hurts, but we get 5 MGs. Sok is building an ultimate army. 100 supply. With then 5 knights. Probably 6. Love the transition into double racks. This was hidden for a long time. Oh, the double racks is awesome. Smart play by Sok. Multiple production buildings. A thing that is more and more frequent in the past 2 years. Before that, basically Warcraft 3 was a 2 production building game. On LawLiet's side, he is completely broke now. 80 food down to 1 gold. He has an anti-magic. Love to see that as well. Good to dodge a bolt, and we build a wall. Can Sok close it out? Double heal scroll as well. How good are the burns? Maybe he should have taken a playoff of the undeads and try to nuke here a little bit. Fork Lightning only on workers. The detonates! Oh my god! He is almost out of mana. That was insane. Oh, he prepared this so well. Can he still fight this though? 16 food down. Demon Hunter, beast, but not close to ultimates. Mountain Giants HP disappearing. Archmage in trouble a little bit. Mana burn for 47. Maybe a taunt. Can he reach? Nice control on the Demon Hunter with constant slow. Love to see it. Nobody is losing anything just yet, but it seems like it's just a matter of time. Archmage. Oh, no way! The Mountain King gets the kill on the demon. He wanted to dive deep. He wanted to decide the game, and he dies for the second time. And without the carry, there shouldn't be a win for LawLiet possible anymore. Double range with double orb, really good, but now we got banish as well. That MG, that MK, I mean, game-winning hero, and he's so full of mana now. What a carry he has become. Deep, deep, deep dive with the demon outside of staff range. That was frivolous. And Sok is still in high upkeep. Still with the strong army. Knights are chilling a little bit after healing. But yeah, we don't have resources for a Tavern Revive. We do not. A couple of Fork Lightnings, okay. But it's also Bears falling. With that, the Roar and the Rejuve is gone. And that's the knockout punch.
A player's forces are under attack.
LawLiet? Is there another fight? He's 30 food down. There shouldn't be a chance, but it's Super League. You try everything to get this 1 point and this one map. Especially when you have triple orb and this late stage army. Oh, dodging a bolt. Nice. Now that the Tree of Eternity is gone, you end up at the altar. So Demon Hunter is back in the fight, actually. But the Knights are so tanky. They have 12 armor. Armor isn't that great versus poison, though, as it doesn't reduce it. But yeah, MGs are falling. That's too much normal damage. Fork Lightning executes 2 more units. Stormbolt to the face! And that's the third Demon Hunter kill. And I think that's one too many for a Night Elf to win the game. GG. Sok with a fine game on a solid foundation. No harass during Expo was certainly a choice. The follow-ups, not meaningful enough with only 1 worker kill. And then, of course, this early game Demon Hunter loss, which is not allowed. That was too simple. I think LawLiet was a bit too slow there. Wasn't paying attention. And Sok punished that so quick and so elegant that he deserves the win here, in my opinion. A nice match that sets the pace. For the rest of the day. Chat is calling for chimeras. Thing with chimeras is always, it takes so long. And Polymorph is actually quite good against them if there is limited dispel. Maybe next map. Next map is Last Refuge. Which is definitely a Tavern Hero map. Start real quick. The fun point about this tournament is that it shows that at the highest level, Orc clearly needs a buff. That's been a talking point for a long time. And you bring this up in a game without Orcs, which I think is funny. How about the majority of Orc players are simply underperforming or not as good as the rest? You assume that all players of all races are of similar skill, which is not the case. So that is a very flawed logic in your mind. If Orc is so bad, why are switching people to Orc in this league? Ever thought about that? Let's go, everybody. Map number 2. Sock with the lead. Important for these guys. Both in the middle of the pack. Both have higher inspiration. And both also have a higher ceiling. Both can be a top 4 contender at the right
Remember
time.
Twitch Prime.
What did you say, Kampferspeer? What was that?
Remember Twitch Prime.
Ah, yes, Twitch Prime. If you have an Amazon Prime account and link it to your Twitch, you get 1 sub for free. And then, of course, you get no ads here and support the channel and take money away from Amazon. So it is a win-win-win condition. We'd be very honored if you give us your Prime among the thousands and thousands of channels that there are on Twitch. We are here 524 days in a row, bringing you the best Warcraft 3 on the planet. If you want to reward that, we appreciate it. Now, a newly found strength of the human. You can mix up builds. You can start with Archmage. You can start with MK. This has to be scouted. And you have to play perfectly against that. Otherwise, you're quickly getting overwhelmed. 21 food trick to get a little bit of extra lumber early. Ancient of War at the Merc camp. Is it?
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay. Interesting start. Catches the archer with an end snare, which is just unfair. Can she live? It's not nighttime. Don't lose the first archer of the game. There you go. Okay, save. But not part of the creep. This slows down everything. Nice shot in the arm with Vamp Aura. Free healing for the Demon Hunter. Mountain King not going for the Mercenary Camp creep, but can of course do the same pull as we've seen up top and then get a Shadow Priest instead. Expo here. It's daytime. Does Sock see this? I don't think so. I'm not sure, actually. That's a nice expo position. So less tier 3 approaches than before. Counter expansion on tier 1 with the access of mercenary camps. Piercing damage won't do too much against these footmen, but ooh, Demon Hunter has mana burn. No immolation. Don't burn him. Don't burn him. You know it's an illusion. Is there no observer option to see player vision? Haha! Jet life for real. That is a nice idea. But the technology isn't here yet. But who knows, man? We got a production timer now. Maybe player vision is next. So despite not having an Archmage, we still raid the base, where Sock now sees, wait a minute, you don't tech. What the hell? How are you not teching? I am against the Mountain King. Is mana burn a must? No, the question is evasion a must? Because how are you supposed to do damage now? Oh, mana burn again. On the illusion. That's a bit unnecessary, really. This happens so often that I ask myself if there's, like, a point behind it that I don't see.
A player's forces are under attack.
Nicely controlled early game by Sock thus far. Oh. And it's closed again. And no immolation to break out. That's a TP, everybody. This game is not great. Oh. This early game is quite atrocious, actually. No level 3 demon yet. Tech is only halfway. And the town portal is gone.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, now we got level 3, but he's getting bolted again. And bashed again. No way, is he just dead? The block by Sock is extraordinary, but the counter block by LawLiet with an archer against the Mountain King makes it so that he can't catch up. Important. Still heavy losses more than possible. Love this Moonwell position by LawLiet. Helps him out for the second time already. One more bash and the Bursey is dead. Then the question is, can the Mountain King fight out of that situation? But absolutely do. Dude, the newly found appreciation for bash. It kind of dominates the last 1.5 minutes here in these skirmishes. And then the Mountain King just walks off, because why not? Yeah, it's very interesting how on both sides, Night Elf and Human, players have realized that the heroes can be good even without mana. That goes for the Demon Hunter with Immolation under an Arcane Tower. This also goes for a Mountain King that doesn't have to retreat when he doesn't have mana. And of course the possibility of going Mountain King against the Demon Hunter. Tier 2 is there. Archmage second, Riflecaster again. And a Panda against it. No mass air anymore. I don't know if I like the Panda too much, to be honest. I feel a Panda is really good against like mass footmen up to like 10, 11. But hey, prove me wrong. I know there are other casters on this channel who absolutely hate the Panda now. I think it's more gray than black and white. Execution says I'm surprised Panda still played that often after the patch. I would argue Panda is played more often now than before the patch. Because of the higher burst damage on level 1. What exactly changed? Panda, the Breath of Fire cone is smaller. So the AoE is smaller, but it has more damage on level 1. Or overall more damage, but most noticeably on level 1. It's really interesting to see that Sock goes Archmage instead of Blood Mage. Seems to be a fan of Blizzard. Demon Hunter level 4, really good. Sock is lining up a push already, huh? Level 2 gets the Blizzard, has the Kid Towers, and a Mana Stone. LawLiet knows that Doom is coming. Has an AP, He is really good, like, overall in setting up defensive positions. And has a TP. Wants the red spot. Wants the level 3. Oh, that would be so good to have prior to the fight. Sok is giving him that time, but finishing the red spot there as well. Claws plus 12. Demon Hunter, insane damage. Alongside gloves, slippers, and he's so survivable as well. You know what? Maybe the heroes can carry. He's waiting a little bit for the first bears. Sok going to the red spot gave him level 3 Archmage though. And wait! He's not tower pushing to end the game. He's expanding again for the third base. Where are all the bears? They're parked here. Oh, don't forget about their units.
A player's forces are under attack.
That's 10 supply. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, okay, he got. Whoever did the ping, LawLiet should give him a chunk of the prize money. Third base here as well. Alrighty, Demon Hunter Panda to save the day. 1-2 bears is not much. No orb. Only one staff. Very decisive moment here. Oh, I love this little diamond of Moonwells. Wellspring regeneration. Sok thinks, alright, dude. I got the third base. I can go to tier 3. I can get all my fancy upgrades. Let's do it. But LawLiet has the counter ready. It just takes some time. Guys, the thing with the ping was a joke. The players don't see the ping. Relax, guys. Alrighty, is that the big fight now? Breath of Fire should get rid of the footman, but there's no Drunken Haze. Due to the availability of Dispel, of course, but that reduces the damage by a lot. Heal Scrolls used on both sides. AoE damage is crazy. Demon Hunter has the potion and an Invul potion as well. Bears are melting though. Huge kills. Panda gets a hammer to the head. He has an Invul potion too. 7 seconds and he's safe, but how do you get him out of there? Breath of Fire, staff used, but the Mountain King needs to be controlled by Dryads. Great save! But not great enough. Hammer, throw, gold medal for Gar Doomforge. Insane range on that thing. And great mana as well. Oh my. Panda dead. And now it's the Mountain King show, isn't it? Oh, that blizzard kills all 4 Moonwells. Great AoE spells by Sok. Great fight execution in general. That was the big Invul potion gone. Bash again. Boom. So much damage. Heal potion necessary before the next Stormbolt. Man, despite mana burn level 2, Sok has so much mana. Panda back. But there's of course 0 experience on him during the fight. Stormbolt again. Staff must be ready, if not for a lot of bashes. Got it. Razor, thank you for the sub. With that, I like you more than Ikbin Cool, obviously. Yeah, chat points it out as well. Not enough dispel. And that is LawLiet. Heavy, 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 heavy supply. Can he recover? That is 500 gold in Moonworld. He does have a solid-ish army. Demon Hunter close to 5. Thing is, Bash is still so good. Sock is satisfied with the damage that he's done. Good staffs by LawLiet. Yeah, maybe in that fight it was noticeable that LawLiet is not the fastest player in the pro scene. APM-wise, which is usually not a great metric, he is the slowest by, I'm pretty sure, by far. And maybe there were a couple of keystrokes missing. Counterattack though. Panda can do quite a bit here. But counterattack. Can LawLiet just simply trade this? There must be a TP. Yeah, Sock has a TP for sure. That's not enough damage. Not even close. Panda is the one TPing out. Mining interrupted. Does LawLiet even know about this expo? Yo, Death Note, what's up, dude? Thank you for the raid. Hope you had some good games. Sock is playing really well. That probably makes you happy. Oh yeah, Sock knows. If this expo falls, I don't know if there's any recovery possible for LawLiet. He needs to own the fight. Both first heroes with invulnerability. Really like that. One cannot be Stormbolt, the other cannot be mana burned. But yeah, again, where are the mana burns? Bears are melting to the blizzard. Still not burned. Still not burned. Still not burned. There we go. Needed a little bit of range, I guess. And now the Demon Hunter slicing and dicing. With the Vamp Aura. Is there a chance the Panda gets a hammer to the head? He's blocking with the Breaker. Excellently done. No second staff. The Mortars are destroying the backline on tier 3 for Sock with the Frag Shard upgrade. There is no stoppage here. Well, referee stoppage maybe. Can I get some B2W Humba in the chat? Because this is a great performance by Sock so far. All he has to do is knock him out. I really like the start to the fight. GG. With an invul potion on the Mountain King. Then try to separate him from the Demon Hunter, get out of range, so mana burn is harder. Because the positioning is harder. And then you just throw hammers. You throw hammers to heads, and this Mountain King is so great. What a freaking treat, man, to have Mountain King conquering the meta. And the mix of Archmage first, as Starbuck displayed yesterday, and also Sock on map 1, following in the footsteps of that, and MK, that is always a great sign of a good state of the game. When you have multiple options for first heroes. And LawLiet would have that too. With the Warden, maybe map dependent. You might be able to edge out a Warden. Wrong pass. And if the, like, When the human is on tier 2, after that expansion with the 70 food push, that is definitely fightable. Human tier 3 is so awesome. When the upgrades are all kicking in, like ultra late game. With Inner Fire, here Polymorph, Staff, etc. You gotta love it, man. That must be so much fun. And bears look incredibly weak in this matchup. So far. Here today. They, of course, shouldn't be the greatest fighters as they offer so much versatility with Roar and Reju. But so far, the Demon Hunter can't carry. Since there's Breakers, since there's Dispel. LawLiet, man, you need to win this map. You need points. I don't think many people expected a clean 3-0 here, but we also have to say that Sock grinded over 100 games in this matchup. I think he's supposed to be really good in this matchup now. Would have loved to see that match without the Starbuck games of yesterday to bring Archmage back, because that surely helped him on map 1. Did he come up with that himself already, or is that influenced by Starbuck? I don't know. But what I do know is that we have 3 match points for Sock. Mountain King again. Is it time for the Huntress? Proclaimed dead. Proclaimed the weakest state in the history of this game. Against Hunts, though, I see them win. Against Mountain King, though, I see them win a lot.
A player's forces are under attack. The town is under siege.
Can the Mountain King get off the ground once again? As we say many times, Autumn Leaves is the map. A very brawly map. I feel like in the past, this wasn't great for Archmages up until a certain point in the game when Water Elementals were a huge help. With the Mountain King, you can answer these brawls.
A player's forces are under attack.
I don't know if I like these free expansions, man. If you put the Night Elf in defense mode, that's a win in itself. There shouldn't be enough damage here, but Sock is still committing with some nice... Oh my god, maybe it is. Oh, that's devastating. You can expand still here. Oh, that is such an easy cancel, though. Great footman control. Immolation didn't do the job. And now Immolation can't be used against the peasants on the other side either.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's another disastrous early game. How was this LawLiet able to beat Fortitude? It shows again, Night Elf is 40's weakness. And Sock has become such a beast. That's what you get for playing 100 games with Medusa. You level up. And I think it's been proven now that without Huntress you can't get wins. Oh man, this is a tragedy. Mr. Backhead, it is wonderful to see you. Hello, hello. Is this the wake of Sock after a little bit of a slump? I gotta say, LawLiet is inviting him to some situations like this, though. The way he's constantly closing these surrounds to stop the attacks is brilliant. Yeah, I think this is a state on the game where you need Huntress. Mr. Rafeth, let's wait until the end of the game and I will gladly answer you. And not sure if this game goes on much longer. LawLiet in dire straits. I will say that I have seen miracles performed by Night Elves when their expansion was under pressure. Games that I thought were lost 7 times were still recovered from. LawLiet has voiced his opinion about this matchup many times. Maybe playing them 3 days in a row was a little bit triggering. Grasping at straws here for explanations. We got tier 2, but if the tier 2 of Night Elf and Human is finishing at roughly the same time, that's a huge win for the human. And now because he's here again, he can't go for any lures right now. Not here at least. I love the tempo play by Sock. He's making so many right decisions. He's finding an almost perfect balance between offense and defense. The way he moved across the map towards the left-hand side to stay away from a Demon Hunter, to like sneak towards the expansion, also showed that he knows LawLiet inside out. And knew that the expansion position here was coming. Yeah, dude, like, if you want to be good in a matchup, play 100 maps in 1 week. And that helps. At least LawLiet was able... Oh, bash! And he might be dead. Oh, with the help of the militia? No. Nice escape. To be honest, I expected a longer series. I expected a closer series. Have Night Elves tried Huntress All-In vs MK? Yes, and it was very successful. But today, not the case. And I kinda don't know why. Smooth sailing for Sock. We need a wrench in Sock's gear. Somehow. Be tricky, LawLiet. That's always been your strength. You are not mechanically gifted like a life. You have it more in the brain than in the hands. Even though I don't want to downplay the mechanical skills as well. It's just different strength. Mountain King always has mana. Isn't that remarkable? Oh, and this time we go for a tier 2 push. And he makes sure he constantly has vision at the lab, so Zeppelin shenanigans, something we've seen yesterday versus Starbuck, are not possible. Dude, Sock did his homeworks, man. Sock seems so prepared. Of course, there was a lot of game tape. But let's be honest, how many of us did homework when we were at school? Not many. We copied them from some friends 5 minutes before class. Sock is the student in the first row. Snipping with his fingers. That's how prepared he is. $20 down. We got bears up. We got an orb. We got Tri-Hero. We got a Book of the Dead surround. Oh my. Demon Hunter out of the fight in no time. You can forget about that second Ancient Protector. That's not helping you. The focus fire on bears is way too strong. Oh my god, we have so many people in chat who said they did the homework and friends copied from them. Unlikable bunch. But hey, people like you must exist for people like us to thrive. Nerds.
A player's forces are under attack.
Sock is the kind of guy who voluntarily cleans the board at the beginning of the class. We leapfrog forward with the towers. Nice block. Nice chokes in combination with Blizzard. I love this strat by Sock, man.
Town is under siege.
It felt like this entire series, Sock had so much tempo, and LawLiet couldn't follow. He's trying with Mountain Giants again. That looked kinda nice on map 1, right? But there we had heal fountains. Desperate attempt, really. Game 1, Demon Hunter surround early. Kind of the same here actually, plus the expo cancel. Blizzard like pre-cast, so he has to walk through it during the retreat. And the siege is still on, right? LawLiet can't mine. So if he can't mine from the second base, how is he supposed to catch up? He constantly has to repair. It's really gnarly. And there's Stormbolts again. There's so many Stormbolts, you wouldn't imagine this when you see the matchup is Demon Hunter versus Mountain King. That's oftentimes the case in the Warcraft scene, actually. You mention how a spell or a unit or a hero choice could be good, but then people say, well, there's mana burn. Well, there's Dispel. Yeah, but you can overload. clock is ticking, man. Doomsday for LawLiet. 0 points versus Sock is a huge disappointment. Did Sock kind of draw a penis on the map with towers? It kind of, like, in an abstract way. One ball slower than the other. That's for sure. Maybe it's just my filthy mind. How do you engage into that choke? How do you engage into that choke with 3 MGs? He's blocking the path with the farm so that Blizzard has full coverage. This is incredible. It might go on for a while. We got tier 3 almost ready. And the entangled is gone. Didn't have enough repair anymore. No way near to any meaningful levels. Supply is even, but does it feel like it? I don't think it feels like it. But as I said, man, I wouldn't be too surprised if somehow LawLiet finds a way. Well, now he's down a base. Oh, and he got the mountain giants, killed the town hall. What? Okay, no response by Sock. There wasn't a TP. These MGs are of course missing. I didn't even realize they disappeared. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. We use some taunt, trying to get the damage done. My lord. That was a very respectable approach. We're taking care of the towers. But this is 14 food about to be dead. Still 3 towers here helping out. Bash. Staff ready. That's what I mean. Like LawLiet in a straight up fight, he might be outmaneuvered. But the big brain plays.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Big sticks in hands. Let's go. MG again to the side, this time just to save him. And Sock is very heavy on mortars. Okay, now we got tier 3. Shouldn't still be easy for LawLiet to do this, but there might be a chance. Archmage is not level 2 Blizzard. Blood Mage is coming in to fuel that MK. Demon Hunter heavily focused on that Archmage to get rid of the Blizzard. Naga in trouble. Could use the staff, almost must use the staff, trying to keep the Blood Mage low, but into the Sanctuary of the Towers. Bash! That was incredibly close. Supply neck and neck. All of a sudden, we got a game. Seven food down. And Blizzard level 2. And 2 heal scrolls. All this effort might be for nothing. Detonates, as you don't need these units anymore either, so get rid of them, burn the mana. It's only Brilliance Aura 1. We're mining out in 1.5 minutes. And Sock is mining on 2 bases again, as he couldn't, like, LawLiet needed all that army for the fight to break the The siege. Yeah, now LawLiet knows.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, Naga close to 3. Tree of Life up. He's also under pressure. Has to split 2 bears aside. No lockdown really. Just a lot of slow. And in the meantime, once again, the big suffering of the Night Elf base. Shot down. Moonwell's down. Takes so much regen out. But LawLiet might be on an additional base here soon. Naga surrounded, but staff should... No, oh, okay, fights out. If the Mountain King falls, there is a legit chance, but there's always Invo Potions. And of course a lot of heal. Blizzard, man, 6,500 damage already, claiming 1 victim. Demon Hunter about to be dead, needs the staff, but then how can he heal? Maybe a rejuvenation? This is so much supply about to die. 21 food. Might be wiped in a second. Make it 25 with the bear up front. Yeah, Sock on a victory lap. Arms in the air. Big celebration. This is 6 points for Sock if he closes this out. And LawLiet will feel the Damocles sword. That's it. GG! Sock 3-0's LawLiet. The misery continues for LawLiet after being defeated by Starbuck yesterday, which was not to be expected. Now getting a slap in the face from a Sock who seems to be almost untamable in this matchup. As I said, hundreds of games versus life in the past week. And that showed today. Well done. Well done. Very disappointing for LawLiet, of course. Ouch. He probably had higher aspirations. He had a very good streak in the middle of this season, but this is gnarly. This is really gnarly. Ooh, hopefully he gets a little break and recovers from it. And Sock, man, if he starts a series again, like in the beginning of the league, he can climb in the ranks. It's not gonna be easy for him though. Because if we see here, Sock's remaining matches are Happy, Lin, 1-0, and then Moon. But with the updated score here, Sock is now ahead of Lin in efficiency, far ahead of LawLiet in efficiency. And in the point rankings, surpassing LawLiet actually. With 10 games, while LawLiet has 11 games. I think LawLiet has to get ready for an early start into the Ascension phase. He still has to play Lin, Kaho, and Infi. He has most of his matches done. He kinda had to win against Starbuck and Sock, to be honest, to claim a chance. He kinda had to. Still some wins possible. I feel like LawLiet is just, you never know what you get. You could get a world-class performance, or you can get mediocrity. And versus 40, who was world-class, versus Starbuck was like somewhat in the middle. Here today, not online. Not online. Next up, Happy versus Kaho, man. Rank 1 versus rank 3. This is gonna be so good. Happy defeated yesterday by Labyrinth. Second in a row. We'll see. We'll see. Man, thank you guys for tuning in. Lovely, 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 lovely. If you guys have a Prime sub lying around, we obviously gladly take that. If you have Amazon Prime, it's for free for you. It's just a couple of clicks and it helps the channel. Thank you, Babadi, for your 92-month Prime. That's freaking great. And we are, of course, incredibly grateful to be sponsored for the second month in a row by Rogue Energy. Helps us through the Super League. You can't do 524 consecutive streaming days with nothing. You can only do that with Rogue. If you want to make your water taste better and supply you with the energy you need to get through the day and get your electrolytes in, and also calm you down in the evening hours when the energy is not that necessary anymore, Rogue got you covered on all 3 of these bases with 3 different formulas and many, 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 many different flavors. Look at all the flavors. I think I've been through all of them. Tiger's Blood, good. Blue Raspberry, really good. Rocket Pop and Strawberry Kiwi, 2 of my favorites alongside Black Cherry, which is my favorite. Not a huge fan of grape in general, but it looks really funny. Sour candy is really sour. If you're into that, go for it. It's really sour.
Hello.
Hits you hard. Thank you, Delavi, for the 13th month. So go for what you like. Great stuff. Energy, hydration, and chill formulas up for you. 20% discount with the coupon code B2W and currently free shipping. You guys can help us out a lot with !Rogue in the chat. If you hit the link, that is already support, that is already showing interest. And of course, if the people of Rogue see, hey, these Warcraft people, they're interested in our products. These Back to Warcraft guys must be doing a good job. Maybe we can get a 3rd month in. Thank you, Styles. There's the link. Click it, click it, click it, click it, click it. Hammer away. Thank you, Thingleberry, for the 5th month. And Screwin for the 28th month. And Looney for the 17th month. Awesome. Next up, of course, the banger match of Happy versus Kaho. And it has already started. Quick comment on the orc discussion of previous. A chatter said orc needs to be buffed because of the orc result in the league. Then I said, well, maybe the orc players are just worse. And then the chatter said, tell me why all races but orc had multiple player in the top 4 in the last 15 years. So first you talk about like now and that they need a patch now. Then you argue with 15 years. And if you look at the 15 years, you of course have a streak of human and undead dominance due to the performances of Happy and Fortitude first and foremost. If you go a little bit further down to the 2020s, you got Fly winning WCG, you got Fly winning WGL/GCS. You got quite some orc wins there, for sure. And you got Focus winning NEXT. And you have also Soin winning War 3 Champions Finals over Happy. And you got Hitman, who got top 4 performances at, for example, DreamHack Anaheim. So I don't think that your argument makes a lot of sense. But hey, always happy to discuss such things. Now, so I hope this was enough evidence to say that like it's not that selective. Now, I am incredibly pleased to tell you that our next game is the Emperor versus Wonderboy. It is Happy versus Kaho. It is the overall best undead against the overall best night elf. You can argue that life is better in the night elf versus undead matchup, but Kaho is the better player across all matchups. Kaho is currently the best performing night elf player in the league. It is #1 versus #3 in the point per map match ranking. The stats are of course heavily against Kaho historically, and it seemed like Happy broke him. Is Kaho maybe a bit reinvigorated by his current strength and multiple top 4 performances? Or will it be just another Happy vs. Kaho series? Yesterday we went into Happy vs. Labyrinth without any hope. Labyrinth was 0-21. Never having defeated Happy, but Labyrinth got the victory. Happy's first loss in the league with 3-1. Will we get 2 Happy losses in a row? Will we see Kaho conquering the last bastion that he couldn't conquer just yet in Night Elf vs. Undead in a long time at least? Or will we have 9-minute pushes and Happy storming through this, claiming some points? Happy is the scariest when he's hurt. And yesterday must have hurt. I think regardless of the performance yesterday, Happy goes into this as the favorite. But this is also the strongest Kaho that I've seen in a while. He made it to top 2 WSB, top 4 performances B Cup, and the second best player, the best non-undead player in this league. It's lining up to be a banger match. Everybody is waiting for the S-tier Night Elf player with consistency. I think Kaho has the highest potential of everyone. We need the breakout performance. He made it to a final day of a tournament many times and then he crumbles. Stage fright, maybe. We'll see. Opening up with DK and Ghouls. Opening up with Demon Hunter and Archers. It is the standard program for now. Yesterday we've seen a show match. Happy versus Life. Mentioning that a couple of times. That Life is the best Night Elf versus Undead player. And it was a 4-3 in favor of Happy. But it was close. So maybe some game tape for Kaho there. Maybe a good warm-up for Happy as well. But I think Kaho and Life are playing a little bit differently. Kaho has a newly found love for Immolation level 2. I'm very curious if we see that. We got wisps everywhere. You gotta be on your toes throughout the entire early game. There could be ghoul pulls, there could be tower pushes, there could be expansions or fast techs. Both have to scout each other quite a bit, but it seems like we have a little bit of a gentleman's agreement that we just creep. And tech. And we get the Demon Hunter to a meaningful level. We have good survivability, which I still think is the key in this matchup. I said it many times. Careful, buddy. Keep the Demon Hunter alive and your chances of winning skyrocket. That is a very simple thing to say, of course. Not that easy to execute. I get that. But you know, what I mean is shift your priorities towards keeping the Demon Hunter alive instead of doing fancy things with, let's say, an archer. So far, oh, detonate for extra experience. Nice. So far, I think Kaho doesn't seem frightened. Kaho doesn't seem like he thinks he's hopeless. And especially on, like, I think it's a good sign for him that Autumn Leaves is a neutral map. Oh, surround maybe. No, Arch is too fragile. And there was dust.
Players' forces are under attack.
Autumn Leaves has led to a lot of Night Elf wins alongside Echo Owls. So Happy is getting a lot more dust these days versus Orc and Night Elf. Not letting any opportunities pass to get kills. Hunter's Hall, ready. Tech, almost finishing. Nice to see an early Hunter's Hall. An incredibly passive game so far. Happy can be satisfied with the level 2 Demon Hunter. Kaho can be satisfied seeing Happy on one base. And he claims control over the tavern. Wonder if it was Happy's plan to go for a Naga as well. Or if it's more of a Lich play. I don't think he's really in a position to go for some tempo. In the past encounters that I've seen, Happy was rather heavy on tier 3 expansions, while the rest of the world is on tier 1 expansions, 1.0 and Labyrinth, first and foremost. Happy not a fan of that. Nice body block, but Demon Hunter dribbles through, and that's the first ghoul kill. It is a recipe to success, killing ghouls early when they don't have frenzy. And Kaho shows some balls here. Number 2. Obviously, if you kill the ghouls here, you won't be facing them later. No Lich, this is also confirmed by Kaho, can't get the kill. Wants to save the Naga. I don't think that's possible anymore. DK trying to get up front. Doesn't really work, and maybe Kaho is just diving for the ghoul kill. Happy usually saves these ghouls to this position. Now he does. Kaho playing with fire here. No boots is so squishy, so risky. Nice body block by Happy. Not going for a surround, just damage. Can the Naga reach, or will this be the town portal? The block is absurd. And he gets up front once again with the help of the Frost Arrow and forces the town portal eventually. Time that Kaho used already for the shop creep, which is quite nice actually. But of course, Happy continues his creeping at the consumable camp. 2.7 DK against 2.3. A demon with the town portal lost. That's a little bit of a loss. Phenomenal block. Is it level 3? Happy usually calculates this perfectly. What's the stutter stepping? Is he min-maxing the DK attacks with stutter stepping? No way, bro. Okay. Naga close to level 2. Happy back to the next spot. But Kaho claiming the middle. There's so much crowd control in a tier 2 Night Elf army with Frost Arrow and Dryad Poison. There shouldn't be a way to contest. And if Kaho gets both middle camps, that's a huge win. But Happy doesn't want to give this up. That's a freebie. Might need a Fork Lightning for the kill. Gets it. Ring of the Archmagi. Super useful. More damage, more HP, more everything. And the Book of the Dead, which can be used if we're on low destroyer numbers especially. Is this the old Happy back? 9-minute 30 push and kill? Or will we pivot? No staff yet for Kaho, but an excellent Demon Hunter inventory. 2 consumables for Happy. Wouldn't be atypical yesterday. He didn't go for the consumables. Is this Naga 3? Yes, it is. Needs a little bit more time. He will get that time. Oh, this is amazing. Now, we have a shop, right? Kaho needs a staff. He's able to afford it. Ideally, you want an invul potion, anti-magic heal potion, anything to keep you alive. But Happy realizes this is not something I can fight. I gotta pull back. And I don't think that's great necessarily. Book sold to the shop. That's fair. If you need the resource, if you can trade it for an orb, that's a no-brainer, of course. But we've slandered the Book of the Dead a bit in the past. And then we were surprised. So, credit where credit is due. Sometimes the Book of the Dead can help you out.
A player's forces are under attack.
Expo coming up on both sides. Love that proactive counter expansion by Kaho. To me, that shows confidence. He's not waiting for the attack to come in. He doesn't have evasion yet, which is a bit of a liability. But yeah, Happy playing an extremely slow game. For his standards. I would love to see the Demon Hunter burning more at this stage. But the... Oh, he got the Invo Potion from the shop. A little bit of an oversight, maybe. Happy's Naga isn't level 3 yet. I don't think the Coil Nova risk is that high. And expansion didn't pay off yet. Kaho looking good so far. Is forcing a Destroyer Morph. And with that, he's satisfied already. Let the mana tick down. Let the bodies hit the floor and let the mana points drop down. No transition yet into talents whatsoever. He realizes what the real DK is. Didn't stand up from the horse, but still. Now, a lot of mana is burned. I don't think this does much, to be honest. Even with the staff. Calculated. That's Naga level 3. Big step up for Happy, who realized, okay, you're on to something. Staff on cooldown. No second staff yet. Demon Hunter needs survivability. And I love that. More armor, more HP with basically every single item you got. And it is about survivability. Damage is coming by itself. So, similar situation here. Can Happy do something? Heal scroll very early on. Nuke on the Naga. Almost out of the fight. Reinforcements coming in. Both players broke. The big first fight of the game. Invul Reju applied super quickly. Bears in the back. It's an interesting fight setup. Dryad saved for now. Double kill for Happy though. Bear also falling. This is a 10 supply lead, but maybe can turn this around with a strong Demon Hunter. Ghoul dead. Fiend dead. With that, the Dryads might shine a little bit more. Very little attention to the heroes, but there it is. Naga falls in seconds. Can he get some bears? Can he get the DK? He has a potion. Doesn't want to use it just yet. Kaho down in supply, but losing the control thanks to the Naga kill. Not enough burst damage here. This was also an investment into 3 destroyers who you don't really want in a around 50 food army. Kaho is cooking. Kaho is cooking. Two expos up. Happy 2 base, Kaho 2 base. Any transition? So will we stick with Dryad Bears? Both gunning for the red spots. Lich will be 3 if crept correctly. Immolation for free is probably an item for the shop. TK is taking a beating here. Jeez. Cow 51 food. Not ideal. Happy is taking a lot of time here. This creep spot didn't go as planned. Now he gets it though. Cow got a... what do we got? Helm of Valor. Kinda solid. Cow arrives a little bit too late. And Happy is transitioning into Abominations. Kaho with his signature Potom. He brought that play into the game. It holds great value if there's Burrow. That is not the case just yet. 4 destroyers, no mana. Naga is here. Demon Hunter, no invuln this time, but the staff should be ready. Bears disappearing in seconds. Reju available. There should be a lot of Dispel, but not just yet. Demon Hunter runs the show. Great damage, of course, coming from Lich and Naga. Happy realizes there's very little anti-air for now, no crows. How long can he keep the Demon Hunter in the fight is the question. Fork Lightning with the Fiend kill. Both are racing towards the shop. A heal scroll would be great. DK out of the fight, chasing, but fantastic appliance of Frost Armor. Happy is taking control of that fight, but we know these supply numbers can swing in no time due to Destroyers being 5 supply. Trying to save the Naga into the safety of the tower. Staffing out now. And a little bit of recovery. Happy holds, but he lost pretty much everything on tier 1 and tier 2. The dead weight Destroyers are a problem. Kaho can recover. One more fight with the heal scroll would be great. We got double orb, double staff. Excellent. Demon Hunter on the way to 5. I think on even economy, Kaho is totally fine trading XP. I feel like he's ignoring the DH way more than usual. Yeah, I don't see much Coil Nova Fork Lightning early on in the fights. Circlet. More survivability. Incredible. I love it. Statue. Ooh, statue for free would be nice to store more time. But no poison. Adds the coil. But that's the second last one, maybe. Steph must be ready. Steph is ready. How do you replenish mana on a destroyer? You can siphon it from a statue. But then the statue is empty. Economically, Kaho is playing a more conservative game. Happy is in upkeep pretty much the entire game. Or if you dispel something. True. Like if there's roar and you dispel, you get mana back too. Happy has a habit of slaughtering this horse. You notice? It's not the first time we see this. Happy constantly slaughters the horse. Maybe a sponsorship with Beefy coming in soon. In war, man gotta eat. If only he had the level 5 DH. I'm not sure if I agree with no transition. No MG, no crow, no hippo. Excellent undead hero positioning. Mana burn is rough. Demon Hunter with the redo dispelled immediately, but also reapplied with a Care Bear parked in the back for exactly that purpose. Ancient of War might help a little bit. DK far forward, getting punished pretty much immediately. Here's the town portal after a coil. No Nova anymore, but he keeps the demon on 5. No kills basically for Kaho here. How do you get this level 5? These players are on such an absurdly high level, by the way. Love how we had the Adept Bear parked here, so he runs in with the Demon Hunter, catches the hits, gets the redo applied once, have it dispelled, and then a bear prepared for another redo because it's on cooldown. Awesome. Another circlet. And triple orb. Noticeable also that Kaho is not really spamming mana burn on level 2 to have efficient healing. Daytime is over. Moon Juice will replenish. We don't have the upgrade though. It's a bit unfortunate. Kaho had to invest into army now. Maybe there was a chance before. Kaho trying to move back into position. The last time that he was online, it's been a long time ago. Destroyers have mana again. Triple invuln for Happy. Triple orb on Kaho. This time I don't see a GNL bear. Now he's going for the super well upgrade. Maybe a little bit too late. Nuke is hard on Happy, of course, wants to burn through his mana as fast as possible. Abomination going down. Still no Demon Hunter 5. That's such a pain of existence here. Did this Moonwell juice come back fast enough? So far, Happy is slaughtering in this fight. The triple orb is not doing the work it's supposed to do. Mass destroyers, no crows, no hippos. There is better solutions than just simply Dryads and Heroes, but Kaho doesn't have them. Maybe he thought there is no chance. Maybe he thought it's not worth it. Naga almost dead. Potom almost dead. The Potom saves the Naga, but sacrifices herself for the greater good. Happy slaughters the fight. Absolutely no chance. And I feel like there were a couple of flaws here. Now he's level 5, of course. But it is too little, too late. Is it really worth it to invest into Coil Nova? To invest into Triple Circlet when you don't have Abolish Magic? When you don't have Moonwell upgrades? Close, good fights, good confidence. But in the end, I love Happy's ruthless aggression. Hold, 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 hold. Against that Expo and on 2 base, 2 base. That's right, Mr. Backhead. That's right. And then full map control, even though it was a little bumpy on the road. I feel like this wasn't Kaho's final form. And it's really unfortunate that Kaho didn't get level 5 for so long. With level 5, it might be a bit of a different game. It wasn't. Autumn Leaves goes to Happy. That is an important one. And Kaho strike back. It's his loser's choice now. And it's Echo Owls. We've seen this so many times. Warcraft crashed when joining Flow TV. I've never had that. How it works. Okay, have you tried turning it on and off again? Absolutely did. Happy continues his dominance over Kaho for now, but Kaho is surely competitive. In this matchup on the highest level, it's sometimes the smallest things that have to click. There's very little to criticize over Kaho's play. Good tempo, good control. Strategically, you can argue, of course, if a transition wouldn't have been possible. But with Autumn Leaves being such a brawly map, it could totally be the case that as soon as Happy sees the wins, he's going for the attack because he knows that you're transitioning and that there's a little gap. Not sure if investment into Triple Circlet is worth it when you lack Abolish Magic has become so important in this matchup to dispel Frost Armor. There was an exchange at the top expansion where the Naga was saved because of Frost Armor. If you have Dispel in that situation, you might get the kill. So yeah, it is nuances. And I want to see the same matchup again. That's how Night Elf versus Undead is played most of the time. DK, Demon Hunter. We've seen a bit of Warden play, but this is the most effective one. Then again, the question for Happy, fast expansion or not? We have no ghoul pulled so far. This is how Happy destroyed Kaho in Don't Force Me Cup. Any stealers? Happy gets the Shadow Priest. Nice little snipe. Would love to have the Dispel, but Kaho didn't go for the mercenary anyway. But it helps a little with pressure on Wisps. Ooh. You don't want to lose them for free. I love that Happy play. Demon Hunter Claws +8. We'll be able to punish Acolyte. And maybe even the Shadow Priest. Damage done, but repair is enough as the creeps disappear. And now you can turn your attention to the trees and heal up for free. On the other side, Happy is skipping the mercenary camp, goes straight for the expo, trying to be fast and efficient. And then the next question is counter expansion. We can answer that with a yes. The question afterwards is, will Happy play the 4 ghoul pull? I don't see that yet. Oh, 2 isn't enough. This is something that Happy did for years, like constantly and immediately attack this. Currently he's waiting. Demon Hunter inventory is amazing already. But he can't convert it to kills just yet. Which of course points to pretty excellent unit control by Happy. This is the push then. 2, 3, 4 ghouls and a staff. We're ready. Can Kaho hold this? He has the Berserker ready. He got the Wisp ready. But Happy pre-spreads the skeletons so it doesn't do too much. Demon Hunter is out of position. Oh, he's so far out of position. Won't be a help in this defense. How many? I think the question is, how many ghouls can you kill? The Berserker is doing a fine job, so it's not that much damage actually. Kaho has the piercing damage uptime, almost going for a surround here, cheeky. And Happy's pushed it, nothing really. Trying to double down with yet another Shadow Priest to also prevent the free healing. Can he keep him trapped? Happy has dust though. Demon Hunter is here, no boots. Will be tough to run him down. And this is something that we've seen before as well. Cow skipping boots. But Expo is up. That is an accomplishment in itself for Kaho. Some ghouls killed, some ghouls very hurt. Of course, it never makes a difference if a ghoul is hurt or not, because they can heal for free in the base. Isn't that nice? And we call the boys again. 5 this time. We still have to traverse the tree over. We still have to creep this. Happy is a bit further away. Catches some mana burn, so not too many coils. No. Oh. Lots of staff plays by Happy early on. But Happy's Expo is up. Sells a lot of items. Buys a lot of items. Double gloves of haste now. And a claw +8. That is super expensive. But he knows if he wins here, it goes via a strong lich. Boots time? Boots time. As well as circlet time. Found a ring +3 as well. I love that item on a demon. Both inventories will be stacked to the gills. And this expo just needs a little bit more time. Demon Hunter is level 3. I think this is an excellent situation for Kaho so far. Ooh, do you have the damage really? No staff on Kaho, but the graveyard? Delayed. Now, will he be forced into a town portal? This is something that we've seen on Autumn Leaves already. Dive into the base. Happy can't get the body block in for a full surround, so you're just stepping out of there. Little sloppy by Happy, actually, for his standards. Was there no cancel on the graveyard?
A player's forces are under
That's 215 gold. And so far, is this like as close to a perfect game as you can get? Like obviously you'd love to have more ghoul kills when they are so low already. But level 3, expo up, tech done, lore's uncontested, keeping Happy busy in the base, preventing him from being level 3. But you know what? Hold your horses. I have seen level 5 versus level 2 in favor of the Night Elf. Still Happy converted it into a win. Don't push the horses. Tell that to Happy. Apparently he doesn't like the horses. Maybe bad experience with horse ladies. I feel you, Dimi. Nicely taking the Murlocs away. I keep saying this. Murloc camps always easy to creep with immolation. But he couldn't stop the expo even once. So double crypt, double slaughterhouse. Kaho rushing tier 3 as fast as he can.
a player's forces are under attack.
We have ultra vision, which is nice. Chop is coming up, which is nice. And Kaho surely makes it an effort to use his map control via crowd control to steal as much XP as possible. This could lead to a situation where Happy doesn't have much to creep. The merchant is gone. The marketplace is gone. It's going for the next unique spot, which with the Demon Hunter you can creep everything.
Player's forces are under attack.
2 green spot, or the Murloc camp as well. I like this play. If this doesn't take too many units now. But thanks to the pull and the big damage, the majority of XP goes to Kaho once again. Is Happy ready? Level 4, we don't have a staff, but also no follow-up coil. Happy is level 3. He has a Mana Potion. Hopefully he checked that inventory. Now he knows. Only archers though. Reduces creep speed. Adds, of course, to the XP account. But was that worth a Mana Potion? Not sure. Level 3 Naga is incredible. The inventory of the Naga is incredible. The inventory of the Demon Hunter is also incredible. Bottom third, very early. Wow, super early. I don't know how I like that Kaho is not playing with the staff.
Player's forces
Like, at all. Either staff. Maybe waiting for Potom at the moment to distribute the items a little bit. And then Potom can bring the first stack of items. But it is a little bit of an old story here. 4 production buildings versus 2. Kaho is extremely rich. This will even out when he invests even more into items. But how are you supposed to hold up in production versus 4 production buildings? Well, by going double shop, apparently. So 3 orbs is around 1,000 gold. Double staff is another 300. And then you burn through your bank already. An Invo Potion would be nice, of course. Lich is far away from 3. DK gets Sobi Mask. Nice. It is, of course, not that easy to level a hero up to 5 when you have triple hero. As then XP is shared by 3, not by 2. Maybe the early Potom is a reaction to that high level Demon Hunter already, and he's confident that he can still get to level 5. Oh, evasion, I like versus Night Elf. We still don't have this spell. I think that's a mistake.
Players' forces are under attack.
I know Lumber was low, but no Dispel versus Frost Armor. It can't be right. Happy's big push. 15 food lead. Double orb, 1 staff. Kaho is out on the map. We'll have to respond with the TP. Maybe that is already enough. Now Abolish is coming. 20 seconds though. Kaho not supply block, but losing some moon wells for free. Somewhat of a defensive TP, but that's an invite for Happy. Nova on the Bears, Fog Lightning going through, and everything you staff is ending right in the battlefield once again. Wisp not detonated, just standing there. Oh, Kaho, you're getting slaughtered, my dude. This is not good at all. He is dying with 1,500 gold in the bank. Stemming against the defeat now. The weight of the world on the shoulder on the Demon Hunter. But I feel like I've casted such a game 500 times. Demon about to die. Heal potion though. Nice. Oh, I'm falling. Cow is somewhat alive. But is he really? Oh my god. Oh my god. Absolutely demolished. Look at the graph, dude. I realize that having a lot of lumber is not that easy when there's no shredder on the map. But can somebody explain to me how this is supposed to work with 4 production buildings versus 2? Naga saved into an invul. Demon Hunter is still getting some kills. Oh, that was big kills for Kaho. He has 2,000 gold. No way, dude. Invul potion on the DK. That's level 5. He got 2,000 gold. And there's still a chance. Any potions? Oh, maybe they're out of stock. We don't know yet. Destroyers do basically 0 damage. But Disease Cloud is. Actually, not that much. Potom dies as well. And that's game. Yeah, sorry. Like, if you like... build more stuff. And not in position for this push at all. That was not on the level as the game 1. Game 1 was really good. Really good. But sometimes Warcraft is a numbers game. That TP, atrocious, of course, for him in that fighting position. Everything clumped up. You have mana destroyers, Nova, Fork Lightning, Orb of Annihilation, everything coming together. And then you have 2,000 gold. Like, this unexcusable, I think. And it was still in the realm of close. There were 2 heroes about to fall. There was a quite big supply swing at the end of the fight when he killed like 11 supply in 2 swipes. Macro wasn't there. Is this Happy's revenge for the loss yesterday? Again, every map matters for the point rankings. And live showed yesterday, you can have incredibly close series with Happy, and it shows once again that in Night Elf versus Undead, the player to go for is Life, who surprises you with talents, with hippos, with mountain giants, with chimeras. Cranked says, Neo, got my sweater today. Worth mentioning, it's super comfy and has a great cut. Also documents of how Imba human is. Man, glad you like it. I am, of course, incredibly biased when it comes to the quality of our products. But I have the same feeling, man. It is so comfy. I love this hoodie, dude. Exclamation mark merch in the chat, everybody. Match points Happy. I did not expect today to go 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. Can somebody think of the streamers? We need the streaming hours. We invested into this league. We paid broadcasting rights for the league. We need the time. Do you have any tall sizes in merch for your large German friends? Deep in thought, the merch store is American. Does that answer your question? There's size tables on the page. Demon Hunter DK, we talked about this early game, right? Springtime is the map. Definitely a chance to expand. I would say Happy's playing one base here again. I would say the only maps where he plays expansion is probably Twisted and Echo. Maybe I'm forgetting something, but it should be it. Maybe. No. Time to turn this around, Kaho. How can you be so great against literally everyone except Happy? That is what's missing for Kaho. Well, against 40, he also got a bit outplayed. Pray for Kaho, everybody. Pray for Kaho. He starts with extra HP. He starts with extra damage. He starts with a free level 2. I really thought starting into today that this would be the breakout performance by Kaho. Just by how well he played before.
Players' forces are under attack.
But maybe there is a mental block versus Happy. And you know what? It would be understandable. Immolation mana burn harass once again. Doesn't want to let Happy unfold. He did see its attack. Alright. Then it's gonna be a very different game.
A player's player's forces are under
Love to see the
attack.
boots on the demon. Pressure play. Conservative with the mana. He was spamming mana burn before. Good ghoul positioning. Great ghoul movement by Happy. Perfect save so far as the archers joined a little bit late. Interesting how a map can decide levels, right? Like, I mean, it's a bit of an obvious thing. But on some maps, the Demon Hunter just runs away with levels. Where sometimes he has an entire level advantage or more. And sometimes you have a situation like this where everything's even. Depends, of course, on the efficiency of the Ancient War Creep, first and foremost. Hunter's Hall lines up perfectly. So is the Graveyard. Calm before the storm. Very even to... very even to... game 1 so far. He's chasing so long after that illusion. I mean, you want to take Happy's eyes off the map, I get that. But the mana burns, worth it? I don't know. Now he doesn't have mana for the mana burn. Still gets it. Scroll of the Beast. Very unfortunate item drop for him. Could have been good. I understand hunting for these consumables. Merch is awesome. Love to see that, Vesti. Glad you like it. Demon Hunter not level 3 is a problem. But I like the hunt for potions. This is what Labby did yesterday as well. Hunt the potions and take them away from Happy's inventory. Unfortunately, very bad items here. The lottery didn't help him. Now the Naga's being caught. Happy no frost armor enabled. Atypically. No TP for Kaho. Salvaging the situation nicely though, without a big ambush. The wisp detonates are nice. The positioning is great, but here on archers, don't want to lose that damage output that early. You still need to creep. Great exchange for Happy in the mid game. Keep the demon in check. Slow him down. And keep the fiend safe. That is, of course, on purpose. Again, we're rushing tier 3.
A player's forces are under attack.
But let's be honest, Happy maneuvered himself into a wonderful position. Inch away from level 3. Boom, there you go. Gets the flute! You gotta rely on an incredible Demon Hunter. Rune Braces, maybe. There you go! There you go! That's why they call me the Prophet. 33% damage mitigation from spells and magic. This is what enables a strong, strong Demon Hunter. This is what we need. Happy's macro is pretty much perfect.
Player's forces are under attack.
Lich, Frenzy, Destros, and then we look if we can push. Kaho is already scouting if this natural is crept. He sees there's still creeps. Nice. So he has some time. Ultra Vision up, Master Training coming. We need orbs and staffs and potions. Gloves of Haste, not ideal. Demon Hunter has been tankier before.
A player's forces are under attack.
The moment in the game where Night Elf needs a lot of resources. Especially gold. He should have gotten a bit of gold, right? Due to the 2 consumables. We have a staff this time. It's not dramatic.
Forces are under attack.
And he got level 3 also on both heroes. That's good. The Potom is very much delayed this time in favor of an Expo. Plus 8, more damage is always nice. We're looking at the 6th Acolyte for Happy. Both players go for a tier 3 expansion. And we're contesting red spot now, are we? Happy with the creep jack? With lots of ghouls here. Gotta retreat. The Magnetor Reaver. Huge XP. And one of the best items on the map.
Player's forces are under attack.
So far, we don't need Abolish Magic. I won't criticize that. Lich is far away from 2. But don't forget about it. Both stay at 50. Lich getting pummeled. Demon Hunter would love to work on the mana bars. They're filled to the brim. Oh, careful, buddy. That's a way to burn mana. And if the red spot isn't available, we go for the mercenary camp. Kaho can't really do much. He can't risk too much. We don't have a staff yet. We don't have an orb yet. Kaho's not fight ready. Happy is. I like the pickups though. Kingdom for a rejuve. Dude, this Magnetor Reaver has thrown a lot of bolt this game. Well, that Reaver hates Happy. Well, Happy wants his ham. Expo up on both sides. How breaking upkeep a lot faster. But he has no backpack. How is he supposed to get staff and orb? How is he supposed to be competitive in this exchange? He doesn't get anything here really. Backpack would have been incredible. He had the resources and he can't fight this. There's no way. Oh my god, he goes for invul and heal scroll. I don't see a way to win this. Usually you come via items. This is what enables you. Kaho, prove me wrong, mate. Prove me wrong. Supply even. We rotate out of ghouls quickly and kill them quickly. If the heroes don't fall here and we can disengage, there might still be a chance. But the bears are extinct. Kaho is at 40. And it's once again only the Demon Hunter. Love the Destroyer position to negate any attempts of rejuvenation. How was this supposed to work? We have an orb. Happy gets the bounty with the claw plus 12. He will appreciate that, as he always appreciates damage. Kaho's still in this, man. Kaho is still in this.
A player's player's forces are under
We get Abolish, as now he knows that Lich is level 2. And Frost Armor is a thing. I like that timing. We run for the shop. Demon will get an invuln. What's the army comp? 3 bears, 5 dryads. Can Kaho bring this to a game 4? Will it be 6 points for Happy? That's the question here. The Runed Bracers might be a big help. But level-wise, look at that DK. Thrones above everything else. Bottom, you need to be incredibly defensive. And we play the same game again. A couple of easy kills would go a long way. Or free kills, basically. Kaho needs, like, this one success moment. The snowflake that starts the avalanche. Oh, Kaho realizes Happy is busy here. Goes for the expo, staffs in, has a TP, but the bears are trailing behind, far behind. There is no chance to do any structural damage here. He can't commit. Going for Acolytes only, now fighting under the Narrow. As long as he can get some kills, it's a Dryad for a feed. That's the Lich level 3. Second Dryad saved. And he gets a little bit ahead in economy.
player's forces are under attack.
Happy is back at the red spot. Quick re-engage, but Happy gets both red spots. That is unpreventable. Not a useful item for him as the DK wants to be far back. That's gold. Or better items. I don't really see how Kaho is challenging Happy here. It's very formulaic. It's very by the book. And usually you don't get Happy if you play by the book. Very solid destroyer positioning here. Disease Cloud isn't ready. This Abomination not scary yet. Fork Lightning right clicks opener, but no evasion makes the DK rather DH rather squishy. Fiend's falling, but it's level 5 versus level 3 first hero. Ain't that fascinating? Demon saved into the invul one last time. Would love to see a rejuvenation, but I don't think we have a bear ready here. They're all going extinct. Level 4 finally staffed out now. Kaho is fighting. It's brave, but it's also useless. There's no chance. The staff is interrupted by a Dryad nuke and Happy. Happy doing happy things in Undead versus Night Elf. Wipes the floor with Kaho on map 2 and 3. As impressed as I am by Kaho in his matchup versus Human and Orc and Mirror, that ain't it. That ain't it. The Naga died. Okay, okay. I think the bottom got the kill, but it's over anyway. Happy wins 3-0. Recovers from yesterday's defeat, getting far ahead in the efficiency ranking once again. Kaho might be Wonder Boy, but Happy is Kryptonite. And this absurd one-sided affair between Happy and Kaho goes on. That was a lot of hype. Judging from standings and positions and potential. But a hurt Happy is the scariest Happy. 3 points. The second 3-0 today. And yeah, very disappointing performance by Kaho once again. I'm not like, of course, I'm kind of known now as this Night Elf hater guy with the FCK ELF merch. But that is also because there's so much better Night Elf Undead in life. And we know that Kaho would be capable of greatness. Not here, though. Happy is back at a 5-point per match ranking. His 7th map, his 6th win. With that win surpassing Sock once again, surpassing LawLiet once again. But yeah, clear that he will start late into the Ascension. Happy's program is quite rough. Lin 40, Infisock 120, Starbuck, and Fly is in there as well. For Kaho, it was his 4th loss already. Versus Labby, versus Infi, versus Happy, and versus Sock. He also has to play Lin 40, Mirror versus LawLiet, really good, and 120. We got some banger games coming up here at the end of the regular season, that is for sure. But yeah, Kaho will probably fight rather for a top 5 finish than a top 3 finish. And with that, that is correct, Chad. The 3 most efficient players are the 3 undeads. Undead supremacy. Nobody can touch them. Well, 40 could break that now. He's up against Fly. And while we expected close series in the first 2 series and then didn't get them, we expect nothing but a smackarang here. Fly is in a sad slump, unfortunately. So we're hoping for the best. We are hoping for the best. Loving the tournament format and the amount of crazy good matches. The best is yet to come, mate. The best is yet to come. I'm a bit deflated, guys. I expected so much more. I'm a bit sad. What can you say? What can you say? We on the next match just yet? Nope. I haven't seen the matches for tomorrow. Usually they post them rather quickly. But I mean, we do have the top 3 still. The best of 5 coming up. Looks like we had some join bugs. Everybody use flow. All right. And the game has started as we speak. Well, well, well. Flyverse 40, one gigantic favorite. He is the best human player in the world. He is the big bout machine. But 40 didn't perform as he used to in this series, in this season yet. He did win WSB though. Was very vocal. I'm still winning tournaments. Nerf Human even more. Buff Night Elf even more. I don't care. And second place in the ELO ranking. Now, Fly, unfortunately, the opposite. He's not winning anything at the moment. He has won one lousy map in this entire tournament. Maybe a bit of hope. There was a map win in the Don't Force Me finals. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Fly, you need a miracle. I hope you can cause one. Otherwise, 40 is eating you for breakfast. We got Fly on the left-hand side. We got Fortitude on the right-hand side. Everything but an Archmage would surprise me, even though we've seen some fun Mountain King games recently as well. And it is a Mountain King! Okay! Cool, hammers to heads. Sharky paved the way in one of our broadcasts. And since then, we see this a bit more. Influencer. Who's believing in a map win for Fly? We do a prediction. Rare occasion where we do a prediction and have some fun here. For Fortitude, a dominant performance will of course be a little bit of momentum too. Can Fly win a map? Yes. No. Get it in, boys. Oh, Fly lagging. Okay. Yeah, Fly. We've seen him with some connection issues. Okay. Bit unfortunate that the Strat is out. Fly's internet just infeed the hell out. Okay, is there a believer? Is there a single believer? Okay, 5 people. 5 people believing in Fly. That is more than I thought. And we don't have a regame yet. If okay, I'll just try again. I think that's the. Don't listen to the sound. That should be the disconnect. But I just want to make sure. Sometimes games are disappearing from the Flow TV list, and I just want to make sure we're not missing a game. This Sunday, by the way, the new monthly season of the Back to Warcraft Weekly Cup starts. Sign-ups are open already on our challenge. Links can be found on our homepage and, of course, on warcraft3.info. And I'm checking the game. That is the disconnect. Fly Farseer Headhunter, huh? That is to be expected. Especially on springtime. Like, you would expect Pally Rifle here in a high prestige game. It's the disc. Hopefully, oh man. If Fly now, on top of performance issues and probably also motivational issues, gets like ping issues. Mamma mia. What else? Went away for a minute and not sure if Fly lost in 3 minutes or disconnect. Oh my god. Oh my god, you guys are evil. You guys are freaking evil. This reminds me of ESL Pro Series days in Germany. There was one player called Akis, and the casters were so mean of him. They named it the Akis Award if a player underperforms. 49 months by Lethaka. Thank you, mate. I don't see it online. Yeah, I was told by Reddit this morning that with my squeaky gay voice, I shouldn't thank subs too much. So you get that's all you get from here on out. Thank you. And of course, also never in the broadcast at the beginning of the end and the end. That's fine. But apart from that, I'm not allowed to do that anymore, according to Reddit. Always a joy, isn't it? Mr. Ghost, what's up, dude? Still no game, I gotta say. Am I missing something? Hopefully I'm not missing something. TikTok. Wafa, thank you for the 25. Nah, just like us, Shin Kong is waiting in the lobby. There's some Chinese text on Shin Kong's stream that I don't really know what it is. Let's see if there's a Yandex translation. It says Ling Dian Cup, Fortitude vs LawLiet. I don't know if that's like leftover or if it's coming up afterwards. Gray67, thank you for the membership. YouTube represent. That reminds me, I didn't look at YouTube the entire cast. Oh boy, that must be gnarly over there. Be the most mogging stream on the platform, making us all look terrible in comparison. Ah, you do this to yourself, Ghost. I don't even know what mogging means. What is mogging? That's a word I'm not exposed to. Oh, it's a TikTok phrase. Dominating others in looks. Okay. Okay. Yeah, for sure, dude. I try so hard, man. Every day I work on my looks, you know, working out, doing the makeup, everything. Sorry, we're like 10 years apart by age. You are 26? Uh-huh. Okay. We have another approach of starting this game. Let's see if this is better. Let's see if this is any better. Game 3 of the day. We had 3 very one-sided series. Hopefully this one is a little closer. Chances for that are rather slim, as we have the best human in the world and the best tier 1 tournament performer in the past 2 years up against the disappointment of the season. Fly has 1 map out of 7 games. I believe today is the day where it all turns around. We're on springtime, kicking this off, hopefully not with another 3-0, but with a better and more competitive result here. Fortitude not going for Pally Rifle. He displayed in the first attempt, there was a disconnect by Fly. In the first attempt, he showcased a Mountain King. Is that still the case? We'll see about that. On the other side, Fly showcased the Farseer Headhunter build. That should surely be the same. We, of course, know about the Mountain King. He doesn't. It would be nice if Fly could start the series with a clean game. So he starts to believe a little bit. I would love this. Do I believe in it? No, but I have to pretend. Maybe a couple of creep steals. Maybe chip damage. Maybe a nasty creep jack. But you know, as the prophet, I foresee a quick Stormbolt, a quick surround, a quick TP. Then Fly is aggressive again. Catches another Stormbolt, another surround, and that's a kill. That would be my guess for this game. Let Fly prove us differently. Let's see.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Farseer probably expected a Pally Rifle play. That would be the norm. So it's a sweet little curveball thrown by Fortitude here. Who also has some catching up to do, eh? He has some losses here. Especially the one versus LawLiet at the end will hurt. Pleshy, thank you.
Janus #1, take energy.
Take energy. Always from you, my dude. Thank you. So this initial harass didn't do too much, but also not risking too much. Fly, of course, a player who's always living on the edge. Sometimes way too close to the edge. A Mountain King can, of course, turn into a weapon of mass destruction. We know it. We've seen Stormbolts a lot. We see Bash a lot. And to be honest, at the very beginning of this Bash momentum, I criticized that a lot because I just thought Clap would be better. And Clap might be better down the road versus Headhunters. But yeah, I've been convinced that Bash is one of the strongest things you can have. One of the top 4 spells you can get on a Mountain King. That's what I am very sure of. That's the first kill. And, you know, 40 not aiming for the Farseer as he doesn't have to. Oh my god. That's a Grunt and a Headhunter. And a Wolf. And level 3. And more mana. And another Headhunter. There's another Stormbolt here, by the way. Guys, it just goes on. The misery of Fly just goes on and on and on. This was not even 5 minutes in the game and we have 1.2 levels that the Mountain King is ahead.
A player's forces are under attack.
Fly not giving this up though. Transitioning into Grunts, who of course way sturdier. 40 only tech now, so there is a significant tech difference. That's fascinating actually. That is 80 seconds
A player's forces are
between the
under
two
attack.
techs. As we go Torrent Totem. Grunt Walker? Or just Beef? there's another bolt. Arm was already up in the air. Wolves with a good scout here. It's only a tower though, not an expo. That makes it like, I kind of missed something. 40's tech is so incredibly late. That would have been the case. Yeah. Well, tier 3. The best thing to have against the Mountain King is meat. And we try to go Tauren. Respect that. Looks like...
A player's forces are under attack.
What is 40 doing with one base? Tier 2 Expo. It looks like 40 is freestyling a little bit here too, huh? Well, then Fly can go tiny against it if the Mountain King is not destroying him before. No TP. Dash. Kill. And no control here due to having aura. It is so one-sided. I mean, this is what we expected, right? This is what we expected. We got a peon in position already, anticipating the tiny. I shouldn't go for a normal Great Hall anymore. But also lots of resources down the drain. Dude, 40 is like 40 is flexing so hard with this goddamn Mountain King. He did a lot with very little. Now we got a tier 2 expo. Get the Blood Mage in the mix as well. And I'm curious what he does. Wait, he is Fly is tier 3 now. And goes for a regular expo. Maybe he just needs the resources. As he had to revive the Farseer, that was expensive. He'll go Hawks and Griffins. Leon, you think the match lasts long enough for him to go to Griffins? Cause you know, like... So, did 40 lose a unit? If not, that was a good one. Let's go, Fly. This is the turning point. This is where it all turns around. Maybe. Oh my god, Bash. Jesus. You know, he's not on that level. But then he's also so unlucky. Always look on the bright side. We're close to level 3. And Expo is soon to be up. And 40 didn't tech yet. This was almost destined to be another Bash, but who needs Bash? Good block, good block, good block. Let's go. Farseer is safe, of course. On the cost of a unit or two. Ethereal? He tried. He tried.
Forces are under attack.
Fly is going Master Walkers into Griffins. At least he's going Headhunters now. So I'm still of the opinion that Bloodlusted Wyvern are the best solution to Griffins, but then you put Dragonhawks into the mix and it's a bit different.
A player's forces are under attack.
As long as the Mountain King doesn't have Clap, this could be fine. If the Mountain King gets Clap, good night. Do we even get there? Mountain King full mana. 4.3 and a mana potion. Does he even need more than the heroes is the question. TC has an invuln. Oh, he wants to flex and dodge. Okay, here we go. But you gotta retreat, man. There's no speed scroll. How much longer do we have? 3, 2, 1. Nice heal wave. Again, the question if that's enough, though. Ah, TC lives. TC lives. Fly fighting. Let's go. Can we get anything? He got a big heal potion, a big mana potion. If only he had shockwave. If only he had chain lightning. Not enough. But Fly is still in this, man, despite a catastrophic early game. Even supply, both on 2 bases. TC level 3, triple hero out. Believe, Fly, believe. It would be so funny. Of all people, he defeats Fortitude. Then you need a new fanboy command for Fly.
Player's forces are under attack.
Ooh, no cement with Griffins on the way. That's an invite. Did 40 maybe play a bit too spectacular? Trying to be it.
A player's forces are under attack.
Shredder. I like that. From the 9-minute mark on, lumber economy gets rather bad for orcs. But then he also only has like 4 lumber peons, which isn't too great. Wait, that means he has 4 in the mine. Well, he'll surely even it out, right? But then what do you do with all the
Player's
resources?
forces are under attack.
What do you do with it? Scourge Bone Chime's very underwhelming with this army comp. It is a bit unfortunate that Fly needed that healing so much that he can't go Blade Master third, but he also doesn't have the inventory to support it really. We've seen all sorts of variations, right? We even have seen Heal Wave Serpent wards against this. But yeah, 40. Not breaking his sweat, I'd say. Super close to level 5. Mana pot, all available. But Fly coming into his base. There's very little fortification. Goes for the workers. Feast, hounds, feast! Army is trailing a bit behind. 40 has a town portal, can return whenever he wants to. And that is now. Triggers the counter TP. Nice fight by Fly. Loses 1 Bursey, but that's fine. Nicholas Costolani, 21 months. Thank you. That's a lot of lumber soon. That's a lot of upgrades soon. Speaking of upgrades, we need more on the Bursies. They're finished now. Do we have pillage? No. I wouldn't mind 3 raiders attacking a castle constantly. For pillage money. $70 Tomb of Retraining. Oh my, we got clap. Buster rhymes, everybody. Make it clap. We got a mana potion as well. Everything is ground against everything air. And when everything is ground, clap is a weapon of mass destruction. We need all the healing in the world. And Fly came prepared with 2 heal scrolls. That's nice. The raiders are trying to whip everything down as good as they can. It is somewhat even fight. The splits are fine. A bit chaotic here. A lot of hero focus coming down onto the Mountain King as well. Oh, Fly, you got a supply lead. But there's still... This looks so dominant. There's still so much. Griffin staffed out Mountain King. Oh, if there were a stomp. If there were a stomp. And Fly is losing a lot at the back end of this fight. It would have been so typical if this 15 HP Kodo falls as well. Lots and lots and lots of exit kills while Body is mostly hurt. Can regen up. And that is the moment where 40 can kick his feet up, maybe take the hands of the keyboard, play mouse only, and try.
The town is under siege. Players' forces are under attack.
Minimum, thank you for the 49. Always the resources for a town portal response, and yeah, there's just no chance anymore. Good kills here though. Good kills, Fly. Gets rid of economy quite a bit. There's only 7 workers left, lol. And Fly, no upkeep. This is where he gets the money for his final army.
Players' forces are under attack.
I'm trying to find the hope, guys. I'm trying to find the hope. 1 armor upgrade already, so bats are not that effective, especially under the effect of the Paladin aura. 543, really good. TC does nothing. Justify the means! Whee! That was quite nice, wasn't it? That was a solid Bat Nation. Problem is, there's no anti-air left from this one. We got 4 Griffins still and a Dragonhawk Rider. Man, Fly is putting in effort here. X. Now he has no mana. Good save. Man, despite this atrocious early game, Fly putting on a fight. One of the longer games he had this season. But yeah, eventually, like, clear cut, right? Very, very clear cut. 40 takes this, experiments a little bit. No try-hard, sweaty pally rifle. But flexing a little bit with Mountain King. It was fun. Good, always fun to see a Mountain King, except if you're Czechi. Muted? Nope. Is the bad explosion damage physical? I think it's enhanced physical. You can reduce it though with anti-magic shield. It's weird. Really weird. Okay, 40. 40 of course needs quite a big win. Like that's the pressure that almost everybody has now. If you want to go far in the series, you have to 3-0 fly. You can't do any shenanigans. That's the greatness of this point system, I guess. There's no time for big shenanigans. You gotta dominate the series 3-0 because everybody did so far except LawLiet. I always thought bats should do more damage. I thought they should scale in a way. So that they might be benefiting from upgrades or that they get an upgrade. That they reduce, like, that they, I don't know, man. Ignoring armor might be too strong. But you know, you can counter them with upgrades or with more armor. And there should be a way to even the scales a little bit. IMO. To give them longevity. Maybe it could be built into Liquid Fire. Liquid Fire, by the way, 75% research time. 75 seconds. That is nuts. 75. A long time. Ooh, Twisted is next. Twisted is next. Let's go. Human versus orc on Twisted. What kind of show are we getting now? Fly, I respect the effort. If you have a cleaner early game, a map might be possible. Come on. Are we seeing an MK again, even here? Is it Archmage? Would it be disrespectful to bust out a Blood Mage first? Kinda, right? Kinda. 40 is a showman, though. Forty is quite a showman. Everything seems possible. Archmage. Okay, classic setup. This very, very much looks like a fast tech by Fly. Wonder if he has any shenanigans up. Like, you're not on the level of the others mechanically. If you go according to meta, you're probably gonna get smacked throughout. It's Farseer Headhunters. Okay. I thought maybe try to lane with some Wyvern like Starbuck did. That's what I would love to see. There's gotta be creativity in Fly left, right? Later tonight, I'll continue with the Stormgate campaign, by the way. We're getting closer to the end. And we're playing the paid part already, so if you want to see if it's any good, join me later. I just need to catch a couple of sun rays later on. A little bit. A little bit.
A player's forces are under attack.
Sobi mask for the Archmage. Oh my god. Oh my god. When it rains, it pours, man. It's one worker down. I'm rooting for Fly. Come on. Get him. No. This is unlimited water elementals. Only one worker from this harass. This seems like... it seems like this would be a little bit of an issue. So unlucky, man. So unlucky. Let's see if 40 is just brutally punishing his opponent. Because a certain dominance is surely a thing that I would say is part of his character. As Mr. 8-Man says, he has this boss aura, which I definitely agree with. And we get a footman kill here. Nah, not bad. Not bad. Good enough, though. Tech is again a lot faster. 40 realizes I won't probably have any time for an expansion at the moment. I like that tier 2 expo thing, especially with the early game we had last game. Can the Archmage buy some time to walk across? He got boots, he got a Sobi, he got level 3. You know what, guys? This could be enough to finish Fly. Look at the mana region! It's ridiculous! Dude has a built-in statue somewhere. Look at the damage! Oh my god. While the Shadow Hunter is in the altar.
A player's forces are under attack.
He has nothing. It's over. Spare yourself the pain, 40. Fly. The setup is so brutal. And 40 is already the best player in these situations. With Archmage, pressure, water elemental, into bases. And then he gets a Sobi. And then he plays against Fly, who is completely out of shape. And then a game looks like this.
A player's forces are under attack.
Couldn't deny anymore. 40 washed. Losing footman. 40 washed. Start of the comeback. Start of the comeback. Fly is practicing on ladder. He's trying. Okay, Mr. 8-Man, I saw you this morning. You had your hands, or your head deep in your hands, and you didn't know what to say anymore. And when you don't know what to say anymore, that says something. What are we going for, by the way? Next Torrent Totem. Very, very low lumber thanks to the tier 3. He's got a bridge sometime. 40 is coming at you with rifles this game. Rifle killed. Footman hurt. Start of the comeback, I believe. Another footman down. Barely, like basically no army. 40 washed. What can you do against the force that is a level 2 Farseer, level 2 Shadowhunter, and a Grunt? Well, maybe you build a Blood Mage and you run across the map because the damage is already done. He sold the Sumi mask, by the way. Okay. The tower push to end the series. Fly is far. He's a minute away from tier 3. Yeah, 40 not holding back, man. This guy has no mercy. Suck, 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 suck. Mana gone. Doesn't even need much. There's defend. You don't do much against that. Clarity. Right clicks. Speed scroll. Save. Still safe. But yeah, where's the hope? Where's the hope? He's so far from level 3. Now tier 3. What can he do? Torrent? He has the gold. Go, go, go. Oh, 40 might just execute him before he got anything of that tier 3. He didn't get a single thing from this tier 3. No Torrent, no Walker upgrade, no Bursy upgrade, no Orb, no Tiny. Where's the Invoker Meteor? Dude needs a real life Meteor on Fortitude's house to stand a chance in this game. Okay, TC. 40 is not Tekken. The fly is even. I start to believe. He built that Torrent Totem for one walker, by the way. Tier 3 Radar Walker. Flies kill. Okay, with Shockwave, we need some damage. We get some damage. More kills. Let's go. Kill him. Kill him. One more. Yes. Level 3. Fly is cooking. Completely out of resources. Down in supply. But oh my god. No way. He is flexing so hard. Oh my god. Add insult to injury, man. Fly making no effort to freeing this TC. He is in a peasant prison. A group hug. Pickaxe kill. Why are you staying in this game, Fly? Why are you doing this to yourself? The tower got the kill. Man. Yeah, this bullying. This is elder abuse. He's staying in for the fans like me. Go, go, fly. Okay, we believe. We believe. We will never stop believing. Like, Journey. We're throwing everything. We don't have much, but we're throwing everything onto this goddamn blonde devil. Kill him! TC goes wild. No. Bro, this is seriously like holding a carrot in front of the horse's face. Ay, 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 ay. Fly is really trying his best. You know what? This was the goddamn forsaken Sobi mask in the beginning. Should be banned. Fortitude should get a penalty of like 2 maps for finding that goddamn Sobi mask early on. You know, the broken militia creep here on Twisted Meadows. Man. It's so... So... This is where Fly turns it all around. His entire season will be turned on its head with this upcoming game. Who's with me? As Remo said a couple of times, it's not only the way Fly loses everything, but it's also how he loses everything. Fly's plan is to end up dead last in the ascension phase and climb the whole thing. Dude, can you imagine? 14 wins in a row. Pow, 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 pow. Hammerfall. Lord 40, have mercy. Fly is a multiple-time world champion. He has beaten everyone. He crushed my heart when he won WCA 2015. Never forget. Closing in on the 10 years. Fly was a world champ in the 2000s. Fly was a world champ in 2015. Fly became a world champ in 2020. Usually, you know, there's this rule of 5. I gotta say I'm not too confident that in 2025 he'll get a world championship. But you know, we believe. Fly once had a time where he was undefeated versus Nidal for 1.5 years. That is crazy to think back of this. And this tournament will not taint his legacy, man. Not for me. Not at all. He was the first Chinese player I ever met at Gamescom. No, at Games Convention. Back in Leipzig. Ja, ja. For mouse sports. God, I think I was 16 at the time. Well, Archmage Farseer is the name of the game. No shenanigans for Fly. He's trying to play the meta. Seems like Fly has a bit of a wrong gamble.
A player's forces are under attack.
40 is fast stacking this game. Oh damn. Let's get this done with. Go get the water elemental. Go get it. It's free XP. He wants to prevent that 40 can deny, and there we go. 20%. 20% off to level 2. This is the best early game that Fly had so far.
Forces are under attack.
Kinda is, but also of course courtesy of that 2 farm tech. And it, this will expire, right? Yeah, should be. Oh, maybe not.
A player's forces are under attack.
So 2 farm tech will be a way weaker archmage. Also 1 base, he's creeping at the same time. Positioning himself slowly for another burrow push. And this time 40's tech. 40's tech is a lot faster. By like 30 seconds. He had incredibly slow attacks before. But alright, we're fairly even when it comes to army. Fly made some progress on the Farseer. Best game so far. If he's not getting these creeps stolen. This is potential to be a lot of damage on his headhunters though. This godforsaken Hydra. He wants the item and then leave. Damage, I guess, done. Got the item. Okay, with the claw, get the water elemental. Oh no, did they both expire? No way. Did he get XP here? Did they both they can't have both expired. That's not possible. Fly's hurt from the poison. Man, this goddamn trapper, how is he always so unlucky? You gotta prepare for the push that's coming, mate. We have Troll Region. That is some free HP every second. And tier 3 is coming. Brave. Brave, because he knows that the push is coming and he saw the 2 farm tag. Fly's asking for trouble, isn't he? Chain Lightning Steel is what he wants. No chance for that, though. Big mana. Guys, like, this is unfair. What the heck did Fly do to deserve all this bad luck?
A player's forces are under attack.
If Fly makes it to tier 3, he got a super powerful army. And then Mountain King could go clap though. We're getting close. Oh, what a nasty creep check again, man. He didn't go for the base at all. Oh my! Speed scroll, really? Hex, Chain Lightning soon. Go, 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 go. Fly, go, 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 go. Hex again? No, TP before. Fly lives. 8 minutes in and it's still winnable. Forty is getting basically weaker by the second. You can feel it. Brave play by Fly. Tier 3 almost done. He is supply blocked though. Well, he can queue a Berserker upgrade.
A player's forces are under attack.
And bank for a tiny or something? Two attack upgrades already.
Player's forces are under attack.
Berserker upgrade almost done. Makes it hard to kill. We don't have clap. Guys, I'm not. I mean, there's a serious chance. With tier 3 versus tier 2, there is a serious chance. Mountain King, he's tanky and close to 3. He gets 3 now.
A player's forces are under
Can Shadowhunter go 3 as well? No, not really. Trying to trade TPs, that works. Wonky, wonky, wonky. Yeah, we saw that coming. Speed scroll a bit too late. Mountain King lining up and oh no, everything is clumped up here against the bridge. No! No, he blocks as a chicken. Oh my god. Oh shit. Pok, 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 pok. That's so devastating, man.
a player's forces are under
That's so devastating. Blocked by the bridge, blocked by a sheep. And now we got a Scroll of the Beast, big mana potion, heal scroll push by 40 into the base with a mega exposed Farseer.
player's forces are under attack.
Oh man. Oh man. Well, game 3, surely the best of the series. It continues, man. It continues. You gotta beat Fly 3-0 if you want to mean something in this league. And everybody performs. There is no mercy from anyone. What a fall from grace, man. Okay, 40 pulling back. There's no towers. He used his big mana. Even Invis. Now come on. Now come on.
A player's forces are under attack.
There's nothing to say about this anymore, guys. There's nothing. We can't even hope for like a crazy hero focus execution with no stomp. Mountain King hammers away. It was, of course, insanely lucky to get the big mana. But if you think that made the difference, the critter block was cool from a 40 perspective. But yeah, as someone who watches fly games for round about 18 years, no. He's trying to play toe-to-toe with his opponent. That doesn't work, man. That doesn't work. I would advise him to be as lame as humanly possible. That was never really his style, though, is the problem. He was always a brawler, always a fighter. 3-0. Misery continues. No upset, no miracle here today. As Fortitude is another player who 3-0s fly and puts him, shoves him deeper into depression. That is far. Oh man, thank you Result for updating already. Everything updated here. That is then the new standings with 40 getting his 3rd win. Breaks his losing streak that he gathered against Labyrinth and LawLiet. He still has a lot of work to do with games against Happy and Lin and Kaho. 1-0 also versus Starbuck might be cool. So 40 is breaking the Undead Vanguard. Oh, we have player race color in the thing. Nice result. Getting better every day, man. Getting better every day. So, yeah. That was unfortunately a very one-sided day. Sock defeats LawLiet 3-0. Happy defeats Kaho 3-0. And 40 defeats Fly 3-0 as well. Tomorrow's the day off, though. You did a lot this week, Result. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wonder if we have games for tomorrow. I will ask, do we know games for tomorrow? Hopefully there's a banger, because we have to make up for it. I mean, yesterday was incredible, right? If you haven't seen that game, Happy versus Labby was insane. So we're waiting for my admin colleagues to let us know if there is something planned for tomorrow. We start once again at 1 p.m. with the Super League. With 3 matches, hopefully less one-sided. Sunday, the same. Also back to Warcraft Weekly Cup on Sunday. So far, no answer. Well, since we're waiting, I give a little shout out to the sponsors of this month. That is Rogue, 20% off with the coupon code B2W for US orders over $30 and international orders over $60. There's free shipping. There's great trial packages, 3 different formulas for whatever you need. That is energy, of course, if you need some caffeine replacement. There's the hydration formula if you need some electrolytes, and chill if you want to calm down after a long day. They got you covered. Great shakers available, great flavors available. There's some deals up for you as well. And they support the stream. If you want to help us out, !Rogue in the chat and click the link. Show the Rogue people that you are interested in their products coming from us. That heightens the chances for a 3rd month. So, can Fly win a map? The answer is no. And do we have a WeChat answer? Yes. Tomorrow, Saturday, 9th of August. Oh, one of my favorite matchups of all time in Infi versus 120, LawLiet versus Kaho, and Starbuck versus Fly. Well, if Fly can win a match, it's that. Otherwise, he has to play Happy Labby Lin, Infi Colorful. Fly's best chance to win a map is tomorrow. And 120 versus Infi will be Pog. And LawLiet versus Kaho might just be the best Knight of Mirror on the planet right now. That might be the best Knight of Mirror on the planet right now. And it's my favorite mirror. Next to Labby beating Happy. Wikipedia deleted Sock and Fly from the pyramid table? What? That's right. Let me forward that. Regarding Super. God, so many typos there. Forwarded. Okay. Guess just skipped one. Maybe. Okay, you know the standings, you know the program for tomorrow. Could enter that. I will be back later with the continuation of the Stormgate campaign. Maybe at around 7-ish. 7-ish sounds good. And then we see each other for more Warcraft tomorrow. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you for throwing your primes at me. Spread the word about the Super League. Today was a little underwhelming, but every other day was absolutely fantastic. And I'm hyped for it. Thank you very much again. I'm stalling time to figure out who I rate you to. You know what? This guy has rated me like 1 billion times. And now it's time to give something back. One of my arch nemesis on ladder in FVB 96. Wait. Just to make sure if there's a show match starting or something. But no, there isn't. Okay, we're covered. All right. And if there's a show match starting in like 10 minutes, we cast that later before Stormgate. So, peace. That was a walk.